Okay, so welcome. Thanks for joining us today. And I'm excited to present the information this evening. So tonight we're going to be sharing a Sisel overview, including information about the mission of the company, the products, and a little bit about the compensation plan. And I certainly welcome those of you that have not heard about Sisel before, and also those who have, who are new and thinking about joining. So thanks for jumping on this evening. So I will get into it. So this information too is available in the back office in the resource library once you join Sisel, if you join as a distributor. So why join Sisel? So let's first share a little bit about what Sisel means. So it's an acronym for Science, Innovation, Success, Energy and Longevity. So Sisel hold true to the mission of creating health, wealth and happiness for everyone. The Sisel founders, which many of you are aware who the founder is. So we had Tom Mauer Jr. and Tom Mauer, the late Tom Mauer Sr., created the Mauer mission, the original Mauer mission that actually started with New Ways, which many of you are familiar with. And it was all about creating products that have no harmful ingredients, that are safe and efficient, using the best of science and nature and bringing best of science and natural ingredients together to produce highly effective products that work well and that are safe. So Sisel has a few points of difference to many other companies. Sisel is 100% debt-free, so they don't owe any money to anyone. And sorry, I'll just tend to that. And they've been around since 2006. So Sisel started in 2006. So they've got quite a bit of longevity behind them. They're not the new kid on the block, that's for sure. So they've been growing slowly over time. And as with all companies, we've had our ups and downs, but Sisel's still here. And I think many of us have joined Sisel because of the mission and because we want to access products that are safe, effective, and that improve our health and that, are with affordable as well. Also, the other benefit too is that if you really love the products, as I do and many of you on the call do, then you can earn commissions and get your products paid for free. And there's also the opportunity to grow an income with Sisel through their compensation plan. So the no harmful ingredient story, as I mentioned earlier, started with Tom's previous company, Tom Senior's previous company, which was New Ways. And then when it was actually sold in 2006, due to a divorce, the company, the late Tom Senior, started another company, which is Sisel, with his son. So we have been around since then, and it became available to Australians around about 2014. So I've been fortunate enough to be with Sisel since 2011. I actually joined before they came here and was purchasing direct from the US as a US distributor back then. That's how much I really wanted to access the products, because I was very familiar with how great the formulas were in Tom's previous company and wanted to keep using the products that he made and manufactured. So that is a little bit of information there for you too. So they've got the management represents over a century of experience in effective marketing strategies, powerful recruiting programs, success training, and product development, as well as billions of dollars in sales. So they're experts in health and wellness and understand the importance of safe products, driven by a fierce desire to make the world a better place. So as a result of the harmony of seasoned leadership with a passion and energy of distributors, Sisel is experiencing record growth and continuing to grow. And I've got a little clip that I'll share just towards the end of this presentation so we can hear from Tom Mauer Jr. So he is the CEO of Sisel. He's also the co-founder. He, like his father, is a two-time Genius Award winner for product formulations. So they've developed an incredible line of products and formulas, and for quite a long time. So Sisel are really a research and development company. So they research the research and produce products that they then share with others through the network marketing model. So they don't spend any money on advertising. So when you're purchasing the Sisel products, you're purchasing them direct from the manufacturer, which is Supernaturals. So this is the sister company to Sisel and owned by the Maos as well. They own the facility. So it's a 300,000 square foot, highly advanced facility where Sisel manufacture all their own products. And so Sisel control and oversee every part of the production process. And so this is another key point. When we're using products, we want to know that they're safe, and that the ingredients have been vetted, checked for safety, and make sure that they haven't got any contamination. And so that when they're making the products, we know exactly what we're getting. I'll just stop you there. If you can just mute out, that would be great. And so since they own the manufacturing facility, they can do this, which is really great. So Sisel control and oversee every part of the production process, from the sourcing of quality ingredients to the final bottling and packaging, allowing us to ensure the quality and effectiveness of the products from our door to yours. So this incredibly sophisticated plant offers state-of-the-art technology, allowing Sisel to keep the promise to produce only Sisel-safe products, and that are guaranteed to be safe, effective, and environmentally friendly. So Tom Mao was I'll say it couldn't be the first, but one of the first in the industry, and I think it was back in '89, to really be touting concerns around the dangers of ingredients in bathroom products, personal care products. And that's how he first started his previous company, New Ways, and began formulating safe products, starting with his shampoo for his son. And of course, he was shocked to find that the ingredients that were being used in industry, like propylene glycol, sodium lauryl sulfate, that he was familiar with, that were being used in industry, he found them in personal care products. And that really spurred him on to start a safe line of products, which then obviously grew into the massive company it became. So that mission has continued on and sort of embedded and underpins every aspect of Sisel. So also through their research and development process, they formulate products to exact standards, and through quality control, they test their products many times over. So we can be sure that we're getting safe products that aren't contaminated and that are good for our health. So you can see here a picture of the Supernaturals facility. And as mentioned, it's 300,000 square foot facility where they manufacture their products. So Sisel will have an amazing range of products with many unique lines containing more than 50 different products. So there really is something for everyone in Sisel. They have an extensive fitness range. So whether you're looking to stay in shape, or if you're an athlete or looking to get back to your optimal weight, Sisel have the products there for you. They've recently released 4 new products in the weight loss range. So we have quite an extensive weight loss range. And Tom Mauer Jr. himself uses the products, and we'll hear from him a little bit later on. And he really demonstrates the effectiveness of the products. Everything that he produces, he tests and tries himself, which is fantastic. And as a biochemist, he's very knowledgeable in that regard. So also, Sisel have an extensive range of health products, including multivitamins and minerals, antioxidants. So all of the great products that you would have found in Modere if you're on the call and you're from that company. We've got extensive range of healthcare products. We also branch into anti-aging, which is something some of you may not be as familiar with. So we've got some great products like the Sisel Age Pill, which is a NAD booster, which you might have heard of NAD before. We've also got Stemolytic, which is a senolytic product for getting rid of what's called zombie cells. So as we age, our cells obviously break down, and we can get these cells which are kind of referred to as zombie cells, but they're senolytic senescent cells. And so we want to get rid of those. And that's part of our anti-aging product range. We've also got Eternity, which has got resveratrol in it and polyphenols. So we've got extensive range there of high quality products that get really quite tremendous results. And we've got many testimonials with these products, people who have had their health turned around and have really given up all hope. And now we can't make claims. We can't say we treat, prevent, or cure any disease or illness. You can listen to the testimonials and then obviously make up your own mind, and also have a look at the ingredients and do some research there. But we do have lots of information on all our products. So we've also got the personal care range. They've recently brought out the Sisel whitening toothpaste, which has colloidal silver in it. And Sisel uses the AG404 silver, which is different from the traditional colloidal silver, because traditionally colloidal silver can build up or does build up in the body. The Ag404 silver is released through the body when you go to the toilet, so it doesn't build up. It's very safe, but it has all the benefits of colloidal silver. So that's in our toothpaste. And kind of that brings me to the story of how I got involved with Tom's products. I was actually looking for a toothpaste that was safe enough to eat. My father at the time was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and he was having trouble brushing his teeth. And of course, I was realizing that at that point he would be swallowing the toothpaste that he's using. And given the potentially harmful ingredients, or the ingredients that are in your common toothpaste that you find in the supermarket, I was looking for a safe, natural alternative that was effective, but also would be okay if it was swallowed. And so that's how I found Tom's products when I went searching. And, this continues on today with the Sisel range, and the Sisel silver toothpaste is another great example of a very safe, effective product. And that's part of the personal care range. Obviously, we have the full range, including deodorant, shaving gel, body wash, shampoo and conditioner, hair gel, etc. So we also have a Sisel Home Safe range. So that includes liquid washing detergent. We've got liquid dish soap in there as well as some cleaning products. So that's fantastic. And then our new line of skincare that's been released, which is the Natrient skincare line. So Sisel have been researching and developing these products for the last couple of years, and they've used the very latest science when it comes to skincare technology. And for those of you that are familiar with the Mowers and how much research they do, you probably feel quite confident that these will do a great job. And I can definitely say they are great, and they do a great job in terms of firming, plumping the skin, reducing the appearance of wrinkles, and just giving a much brighter glow. So if you do try those products, I'm sure you'll be delighted. So that's a little bit about the Sisel product range. They have a few benefits that you can get from using the Sisel products, in addition, in terms of cost savings. So you can use the auto ship program. So as a distributor or customer, if you go on auto ship and you spend over 300 PV or OV of your own volume, you get a 5% discount is automatically applied to the order. Now, with an auto ship, you can cancel it at any time. You can go in each month and change the order. So there's no problem there. And so you benefit from the 5%. In addition to that, we also have a loyalty rewards program, and this is for distributors, and I'll just scroll down here. So you get loyalty discounts, and you can get coupons back on the on the fifth month for 4 months consecutive purchases. So if you're purchasing between 100 to 199 PV, you get 5% back on the fifth month if you've done that 4 months in a row for the calendar month. And then it's 6% for 200 to 299 and 8% for 300 plus. So that is a really great incentive. We've also got another great incentive, a shipping loyalty rewards voucher. So if you spend 250 PV, and they called it OV in here, own volume, then you can get all your shipping rebated back on the 13th month if you've spent 12 months consecutively for each calendar month. And then you can use that coupon back to spend on products, which is really great because essentially then you're not paying anything for shipping, so it's free. In Australia, we don't get charged GST on the products. You can purchase the products GST exempt. And also, when you purchase your products, up to $650 in purchase can be made without incurring any import duty, import taxes, and etc., and things like that. So the system automatically stops you from going over that amount, so that you don't incur that. So all the prices are in USD dollars. So Sisel manufacture in the US, the facilities in the United States, and delivered from the facility direct to your door. So we do pay in USD dollars. Some people have had, obviously might think, oh, well, that might be a concern, but once you start using the products, you'll find that they are highly effective and that they are comparable in price, even with the exchange rate to many other companies' products. So that's something to remember with the shipping rewards and something worth doing. I've also got the shipping here. Let me just bring this up for a second. The rates for Australia. I'm just going to do a new screen share, so hopefully you can see it. So the rates for the Sisel New Zealand market, we do have a free shipping option, which is fantastic. So if you spend between 300 to 600 PV and your product, total product weight of the order is between 0 and £8, you can get free shipping. So that essentially would be something like their Triangle of Life, say the 3 liquid products, which is very similar to the Energy Trio. You may have remembered the Energy Trio in Tom's previous company. Obviously, the technology is far more advanced, where science has come a long way in terms of nutritional benefits and nutritional supplementation. So if you were to purchase, say, the Triangle of Life and one other product, that would fall between the, say, maybe 1 or 2 other products, that would fall between the 300 to 600, and then you can get the free shipping there. But as mentioned before, because they've got the shipping rebate program, even if you do pay $10 or $20, even $30 shipping, and you're purchasing each month, on the 13th month, you will get a coupon back and you'll get all of that reimbursed. This flat rate shipping also is good for people who are perhaps aren't going to order every month, but would like to get the benefit of having flat rate shipping. So I'll just go back to the presentation here. Okay, so we've covered the loyalty rewards program, the compensation plan in a nutshell. So now we're going to touch a little bit on the compensation plan. So when you join Sisel, you can become a distributor or a customer. The customer is also referred to as preferred customer. It's the same thing. We use that interchangeably, preferred customer or customer. As a customer, when you join Sisel, you don't pay any joining fee and there's no annual fee. You do pay on average about 10% more on products than you would as a distributor. So if you're planning to order the products regularly, it may be better to consider joining as a distributor, and for all the reasons that I've mentioned a little earlier, as well as the fact that if you do refer someone and you want to get your products for free, you can enjoy the commissions and you can continue to build a business. So that's the other benefit. The cost of becoming a distributor with Sisel is $24.99 US, so $25. It's about $37, $38 Australian. And there's an annual renewal fee of 25 USD, which is the same as what I've just said there. So about 37, 38 Australian. So by becoming a distributor, so you can build a business. After signing up and making your first purchase, you can begin building your business and invite friends or acquaintances to participate in Sisel. You can earn 25% on their initial purchase if they enroll as a distributor through our Fast Start bonus, which pays weekly. And if they sign up as a preferred customer, you receive the same amount through the retail commission, which pays you 25% every time they order, as long as you're an active distributor. So that's paid on the CV, which is the commissionable volume. To be an active distributor, you do need to order every 30 days. There is a little leeway in there. It is actually 36, but we tend to tell people 30 just to make sure. So as long as you've ordered within that time frame, your account's still active and earning commissions. If you join, or if you haven't ordered in the month in that period, and then somebody below you orders, then you won't receive commission for that order if you're not active during that month or during that period, that 30 to 36 day period. What happens is we have leg compression, so that commission would roll up to the person above you who's been ordering. So as you continue to expand your network of distributors and they themselves enroll people, you can earn 7% of their future purchases through the direct commissions. So essentially we have 8 payout centers, and I'll cover them just briefly. I don't want to go too much into them because it can be overwhelming. And when you start with a company, you don't really need to know all of that. You just need to know, when do you need to order, and what's the minimum order, a little bit about the shipping, things like that. So you don't really need to, you can kind of learn as you go. Otherwise, it's really just a little bit overwhelming. So Sisel's extraordinary compensation plan offers many unique and rewarding opportunities that pay out weekly and monthly and include special bonuses and incentives as you become more involved and expand your organization. So they've got on this slide, just breaking down the compensation plan. I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. So essentially here you've got the FSB Fast Start bonus. So we mentioned earlier, so if you're John, and I'll just see if I can zoom this in a little bit, just make it a little bit easier to read. Yeah, so you've got yourself as a sponsor and you enroll John. So you would receive 25% with a Fast Start bonus. Also, those that are above you also get commission on your work too. So they get 3% each, and that's split 7 levels up, which makes a total of 21% there. So that's really good. And obviously how, as you grow your organization, you can continue to benefit from your team's work as well. So the minimum you need to order to earn commissions is 50 PV. At 50 PV, you're entitled to 7% commissions on your first level, second and third level. So that's good to know. As a master builder, so you need to order 100 PV, and then you can earn up to 5 levels, 7%. A 1-star master is up to 6 levels, 2-star master is 7 levels, and 3-star master is also 7 levels. So really, when you're at the 2-star master level, you earning commission all the way down to 7 levels, assuming also you put in a 200 PV order each month. And then the affinity bonus goes beyond those 7 levels for higher ranks. You've got the retail commission, which we talked about, 25%. And again, that gets split evenly to the upline. So when you receive commission from somebody who's a customer who's ordering, the upline also receives commission, assuming that they also qualify and have ordered too. So by becoming a Sisel distributor, you have the opportunity to build a dynamic home-based business. Sisel's compensation plan offers unique and rewarding opportunities for novice and seasoned distributors alike. Our 8 profit centers pay out weekly and monthly and include special bonuses and incentives. So we'll touch on them now. So we've talked about the Fast Start bonus, which I think I've covered fairly well. And you can always come back and refer to this flip chart, which is in your back office under the resource library. So the Fast Start bonus is in the first 30 days. So even if they join as a distributor, you still get 25% on their order for any orders they place during that month. And that's for distributors in the first month. Obviously, if they're a customer, it's 25% ongoing. Direct commission is paid monthly, and that's where you earn the 7% from your distributors. And as mentioned earlier, it goes down to the different levels depending on your rank. So that's good to know. So here it is again, which is just recapping on what I've already mentioned. So 3 levels down for a distributor, and you need to be ordering 50 PV. A master distributor is somebody who has a group volume of 1,000 or more. And if they order 50 PV, they can go down to 4 levels in commissions at 7% each. A master builder is 2,500 qualified downline volume. They need to put in 100 PV once you reach that level. So you get paid down to the 5th level. And then at 1-star master, you need to be ordering 200 PV to get the full benefit. So that is really, I guess, the major milestone. Obviously, you work up from being a distributor to 1-star. And at that point, you'd have a group volume of 5,000 QDV, qualified downline volume collectively. Place a 200 PV order. And at this point, you would be getting your orders paid for quite easily. You'd be earning the 7% commission down to the 6th level there. For 7 levels deep, it happens at 2-star master. So we'll just talk about really 1-star and won't go beyond there at this point. So if we go down, ranks are calculated according to your personal volume, which we've touched on. And ranks 2-star and beyond also include 1-star leadership requirement on different legs. Yeah, so once you become 2-star, you need to have 2 1-star masters, in 2 different legs, is essentially what that's saying. Okay, I'm going to go down to the next page. So we've got a chart here for the rank advancement. You can study this. It goes Again, there's a lot of detail, too much information for somebody who's just getting started and they don't really need to know it, but it explains how the payout, how far it goes down. It talks about the infinity bonus, check match. We've got a luxury auto bonus, which I'll touch on a little bit further, but it's also mentioned on here. So once you do reach the 1-star master, you receive $200 commission each month, in addition to your direct commissions and any other commissions you're earning. If you've qualified at 1-star for 3 months consecutive, on the 4th month, you would then receive the luxury auto bonus. So in the old New Ways compensation plan, you got a car bonus. So this is the same thing. You don't have to spend it on a car. They just call it the luxury auto bonus. You can spend it on whatever you like. They also have one-off payments too for rank advancement. So once you reach 1-star, they do give you a bonus of 250, which is noted on that chart here on this table. Also, once you reach master, you get a $50 bonus. And once you reach master builder, you get 125. So as I mentioned, we do pay for our products in USD, but the good thing is you're also getting commissions in USD as well. So, which is really great. So we've got the infinity bonus, and that's when you've achieved 3-star master, that profit center activates. So as your business has 7 placement levels, you can begin receiving monthly payouts for every additional level past the 7th level. So in addition to the 7% for the first 7 levels, the rank of 3-star master allows you to receive 0.5 from your 8th level direct commissions, and each additional level beyond that through to infinity until you reach someone in your downline who is equal or greater rank than you. So the infinity bonus cuts out if you're a 3-star master, and then below you somewhere in your organization, you've got, say, a 10-star, maybe 5 levels deep. That's how far it would go down. It would cut at them since they would be higher than you. Okay, I won't go through all of that. So we've talked a little bit on the infinity bonus. They've also got another payout center called Master Check Match. This is paid monthly. So your 4th profit center, the Master Check Match, is a generational bonus where the individuals that fill your enrollment tree create more income for you. So normally we look at compensation from the top down, but with the Master Check Match, we look at it from the bottom up, and here's how it works. I will just scroll down. Yeah, I'll start to stay here. So you receive 10% of the direct commission earned by those in your first generation. And so you also, so let's say you personally sponsor Mary, who's 1-star, and she earned $1,000 in direct commissions last month. You'd get $100 based on her direct commission. You also have 6 other personally sponsored 1-star masters. Say they collectively made $10,000. Your direct commission from them would be $1,000, and that's just on the first generation. So it pays down 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, as it's stated here on the Master Check Match. Again, this can be quite complicated. If you're not familiar with compensation plans, it can go over your head. You don't really need to know this, obviously, to get started and to start earning income or commissions from Sisel. It's just good to probably remember that, okay, there's something called the Master Check Match, and you can refer back to it at a later stage. As mentioned, we've got the rank advancement bonus. So when you reach the rank and you've achieved that for 3 months, then you're now qualified at that rank level, and that's when you get your bonus. So as a 1-star master, you earn, well, it says 250 there. It's actually 200. I think that's a typo. At 10-star master, you get a bonus of up to, or not up to, a bonus of $40,000, which is quite incredible. So this is the rank advancement. This is a one-off payment. Oh no, 250 is correct. Sorry, that's my bad. This is the rank advancement bonus. I was getting it mixed up with the lifestyle bonus. So the rank advancement bonus is paid as a one-off, as a reward, sort of thank you for reaching this level. So it's just a nice little extra commission that you can then go and spend on something you enjoy, perhaps a weekend away. Perhaps you're thinking about a holiday you'd like to go on, or you need that extra money for school fees for the kids or to help out with a family member. The rank advancement bonus can come in quite handy there. And then you've got the auto lifestyle bonus. So once you've achieved that particular rank for 3 months consecutively, the 4th month, now you're qualified and you continue to get the luxury bonus. So at 1-star, it's 200 USD, 2 stars, 300, 3 stars, 500, 4 is 6, and 5-star is 750. It goes all the way up to 1,500 at a 10-star master. Retail commissions we've talked about already. You get the 30, you get 25% on the commissionable volume. There's a 36-day period. I've talked about 30 days. It is actually 36. Tend to like tell people it's sort of 30 days. So then don't leave it to the last minute, essentially each calendar or each month rather. And then there's the retail commission, which we've already covered this evening. Now, separate to all of that, we've got what's called a wealth builder system. So Sisel's compensation plan is a hybrid system, very similar in many ways to the original New Ways compensation plan. Sisel haven't altered their compensation plan since I've been with them. It's stayed the same. So they haven't changed it at all. So we can feel, I guess, secure in knowing that they're not modifying or changing commission in that regard. The Wealth Builder system is an additional payout center that they added not too long ago, it was a few years. It's designed to help people earn an income quickly. It runs parallel to the other payout centers and it's separate. So the volume earned from people placing orders through the Wealth Builder system doesn't go to all those other payout centers. It only counts for the Wealth Builder system. And it's a one-off purchase. So when people join with Sisel, they're presented as a distributor with the Wealth Builder packs, and they can choose to purchase one of those packs. Now, it is a good opportunity because somebody might want to sample a whole range of products. We've got some great packs in there, including sort of bathroom non-toxic product pack, a health pack, weight loss pack, etc., skincare. So we've got quite a few different packs that people can pick from. They get a discount by purchasing a pack, so you're not paying, you're getting a discount since the products have been bundled. It is a one-off purchase, so once you've purchased the Wealth Builder pack, you cannot purchase it again. So purchase a Wealth Builder pack. You need a minimum also of the 50 PV within the past 30 days as well, so that you qualify for the other payout centers. And new distributors have 30 days from the initial sign up to purchase a Wealth Builder pack and then receive commission. So if you sign up Mary and Mary joins on the 20th of say March, and then Mary decides on the 25th of April that she's going to purchase the Wealth Builder pack, then the commissions don't pay out. So it needs to happen within 30 days. It's really designed to get people to purchase the Wealth Builder pack quickly. So yeah, that's good. And there's some samples of the packs there with the prices. Sometimes they change the packs around and offer different things, but yeah, you can find these in your back office and there's a flip chart there. So if you enroll, and I'll just touch on this last slide here. Yeah, because I won't go right into the Wealth Builder system. Again, you can study this, or if you are someone on the call and you would like to know more about it, we definitely can have a separate call and get right into the nuts and bolts of it if that's something you're interested in. My sponsor, Dr. Kurt Fisnick, he's located in Fargo, North Dakota. I speak to him multiple times a week. He also is friends with a gentleman called Izzy, who designed and helped the Mowers with the Wealth Builder part of the compensation plan. So he's also available through Kurt, and we can arrange a session if somebody wants to understand how this part of the compensation works in detail. But essentially, if you enroll 1, 2, or 3 first level distributors, that's called your Freedom Team, and they each get a Wealth Builder pack, you'll get $50 enrollment bonus for each of them. And if you enroll all 3 within your first 2 weeks from the time of purchase of your Wealth Builder pack, you get a bonus of $100 each. So again, it's all within a certain time period. It needs to be done so that you get those bonuses, and they're just, again, one-off to get your kind of business going and get people excited. So it can work quite well, depending on what each person really wants to do. So that is most of the presentation tonight. So we've just gone 8:36. I'm going to share a little video from Tom Mauer Jr. So you can just hear him talk a little bit about the mission and the company. Only goes for 2 minutes, and then we'll wrap up. If you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them. You can either ask me at the end of this call, or you can contact me or email me. That's fine as well. Or the person who invited you to this call, you can get in touch with them and ask them. So let me just share I do a new share here. I'm just going to do a new share. Okay, we're just going to hear from Tom.
Stronger even in a down market, and that's because of a lot of the core concepts of what is the Mauer mission. And it's really about doing good for everyone. And Milo, I think, put up, or he has a little placard that's from a note that the distributors gave him. They made it on a plaque about, in fact, Milo's going over there to get that, I think, right now. And it talks about it, does it benefit everybody? The Mauer mission and Sisel, what does that say right there? That says, is it fair to all concerned? And that really is it. That's really the main thing. Sisel benefits everybody in health, in wealth, in financial freedom. And I'll tell you who's got a big fire going right now is Miss Larking. Boy, she's out there moving and shaking, recruiting, and it's all because she shares the Mauer mission and the products. I mean, we've brought out 17 new products, and I'm going to say that's maybe a little bit much, but it was timely. It's what we needed. It's what people needed, because we are unique in the fact that we are a research company. We're a manufacturer, and we use network marketing as a way to bring out the latest science that gives everyone the biggest benefit. And obviously, we're not in the retail market. So where does that 90% that retail market products use in advertising, where do we put it? We put it into better products, and we put it into compensation for people who are sharing the dynamic results that they're receiving from the products. Well, like Sisel said, I look like I'm half the man I used to be. Mentally, I'll say I'm twice the man I used to be. Over the last 4 years, we've had incredible growth, and the company is over double what it was 4 years ago, and growing in all markets, stronger even in a down market. And that
concludes the presentation. That was just a short video. I wanted to short snippet of a full talk to share with you. So hopefully you've enjoyed this overview, and if you've got any questions, oh, thank you. Yeah, I didn't realize he mentioned me in that talk, but anyway, thank you. Yeah, so if you've got any questions, happy to answer them. If I can't answer them, I will find out the answer and then let you know. So if there is any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat or unmute yourself. Otherwise, thanks for joining us tonight. And if you do need help with anything, I am available. I'm on holidays for the next 2 weeks. I do work part-time, but I'm available to assist anyone who needs help with sharing the information or signing anyone up or anything in that regard. So thanks for jumping on. Yeah, so is there any questions or anyone wanted to ask?
Thanks, Katie. That was great.
Great.
Thank you, Katie. It's Rene here. Just a question. You mentioned earlier, page 1 or so, about Supernaturals, the sister company. So that's a significant manufacturing facility. Who owns the manufacturing facility, Supernaturals?
Tom Mauer Jr., the Mauer family.
Okay, yep. All right.
Yep, it's their own plant.
That's like their manufacturing facility for their products. But I was trying to work out how that, fitted in together.
Yeah, so I think it's pretty much very similar to what Tom Senior had set up in the previous company. So Supernaturals manufacture for a lot of other network marketing companies, a lot of other companies as well. And then through that manufacturing facility, they produce the Sisel line because they have buying power to produce, to purchase ingredients because they create so many products for other companies. Well, they do have buying power, so they can obviously get high quality ingredient at a lower cost and produce quite I guess an elite line of products, which is the Sisel range. And Tom would often talk about there's ingredients that sometimes they put in other products producing for other companies that they would not use themselves, that aren't at the standard that Sisel would find acceptable for a Sisel product. So they're very, very big on using a high quality ingredients that work well. And since they own the facility and source all the ingredients and buy in bulk for other companies, they can produce quite a fantastic range. Yeah.
Also gather from that perspective, given what's happened with our company, there's people looking for a new company all over the place.
Yeah.
I gather with a facility like that, they would have the capacity to upscale relatively quickly because there's going to be influx of marketers and customers in
Yeah.
many companies worldwide. And I don't know if every company will have the capacity to sustain that demand. So would
Yes.
I make some assumption that
Oh,
perhaps
100%. Yeah, since they own the facility. Yeah, and that's a really good comment. In fact, I just got a message from Milo. So Milo is the sales director for Sisel and internationally, and he was just mentioning to Dr. Kurt yesterday that they have in place plans. I'm not sure how quickly they're going to be executed. Obviously, they want to escalate it now, but they want to hold stock for a year of all the products. And so given now that they're having an bit of an inflood of people coming from Modea, obviously they're in a position they're very capable and can ramp up their manufacturing since they own the facility and source the ingredients.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for jumping on.
Pleasure.
Great. Maria, Supernatural's Tom Al also sits there is a completely different section. Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Maria. Yeah, so Supernaturals, yeah, they have a section there for the Sizzle products. Yep, that's great.
When you're ordering
Yeah.
the weight scenario,
Mhm.
do you get an approximation of the weight when you check out, so you know what the freight will be and what category it falls in?
No, yeah, it's sort of a bit, once you start to place your orders, you'll get an idea of how much they are. As I kind of mentioned on the call, like the 3 liquids and a 1 or 2 nutritional supplements weight falls into that category. But yeah, to answer your question, no, there isn't, but that would be a feature that obviously could and would be a good idea to add.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And to get a sense of the scale of Sizzle here in Australia, for example, do you know how many people are on the lifestyle bonus in Australia, for example?
No, I don't have those figures. I'd have to find that out and get back to you. But in answer to your other question previously, Sandy, do you want to unmute?
Yeah, sure, Katie.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Sandy.
you can get to the end of the checkout, Rennie, and see how much your shipping's going to be. So if it was, say, for instance, $20 and you're thinking, I don't want to pay that, you can go back in and change your order, and you can, play around with it so you can get your freight free. Okay?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You'll get to know, like your liquids and that is what brings your shipping up. But just your nutritionals will keep it down. It's like you can easily get it freight free with your nutritional supplements.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thank
Sandy.
you.
Yep.
That's okay.
Thank you. And Katie, did I hear correctly that can someone place a wealth builder order with their very first order, or they had to have an existing at least 50-point order previously in the system to qualify for them to order a wealth builder? Sorry, can you just explain
Yeah,
that?
so yeah, and it's not very well explained on that chart, but essentially, no, they can just do a wealth. They don't have to have any other order. They can just do the wealth builder pack. But if they just do the wealth builder pack and don't put 50 PV in, and then they have other people, say John joins and buys the wealth builder pack, and then John enrolls Mary, and Mary doesn't buy the wealth builder pack, but she orders, I don't know, the skincare range, a number of skincare products, because she didn't purchase from the wealth builder system, which is the 8th part. He's done a wealth builder pack, but he hasn't put in a 50 PV order as well as the wealth builder pack. He doesn't qualify for her commission in that instance. So that's why it had on that slide to put in a 50 PV order, because the wealth builder system runs separate alongside the other parts of the compensation plan. So in that instance, he wouldn't get her commission from her skincare products. But then, of course, next month when he orders, because he can't order the wealth builder pack again, and she orders, then of course he would. Yeah.
And in that wealth builder pack, there are different options there, or?
Yep, there's different options. Yeah, there's quite a few.
Okay,
Yeah, I can send that to you. I've got a PDF of that.
sure.
Yeah.
Katie, can I just say the Wealth Builder is an unbelievable way to make quick, fast money. That's what it's designed for. So it'll pay weekly, isn't that right, Katie?
Yep.
Yes, so you can earn huge amounts of money if you brought a whole heap of people in with Wealth Builder, and then that's it. You don't do it again, but you can make fantastic money if you've got people to come across.
Yep. Thanks, Sandy. Any other questions on the, anyone else wanted to ask a question before we wrap up?
And earlier you mentioned about like with being a distributor and paying the $25 US, there's like one level of qualification at like a 50 point and another at a 250 point. Is that like the two options that people have? Because of some people, in a scenario, they may come and say, look, yes, I'm keen to get some products. I was running low on my previous company's products, but I've still got a lot there. I don't need to put a huge order in, just tie me some things over. So some of those people might just do a small order.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it encouraging them to have an experience and go for a 250 point order pack to help them qualify at a certain level or whatever?
Yeah, I guess it depends how keen they are to build. Like if they're quite a determined person and they're gonna want to continue and get their product for free, then it would be good to not just do a few products to tie them over. It'd probably be better to start buying quite a few to experience the products, because ultimately success of being able to share the products is having belief in the products yourself and enjoying them. If you don't enjoy the products or you don't feel them benefit, it's harder to share it with others because they're doesn't feel right. So if you ordering quite a few products to begin with and you get a sense of gee, these are really good, you just get more excited, I guess. You're buying from your own shop and you get more excited. But if it's I guess it's an individual basis. What do you think, Sandy?
Yeah, definitely. And like I was in New Ways and I didn't step through to Modere because I just found that the products weren't working for my son. He's had 17 brain surgeries and the New Ways products weren't working for him anymore. So that's when we stepped back into Sisel and just found, wow, it was just unbelievable. I know some people say that they're more expensive than what the Modere products were, but they just leave it for dead as far as I'm concerned with how the performance of them. And you get a lot, like out of your shampoos and that, they're so concentrated, everything's so concentrated. So you find that you don't have to use a lot of anything. Goes a long way. Yeah.
And Sandy, your son, he got really great results with the Sizzle Whip with his brain.
Yeah.
condition.
And he was like, he could only never get past 52 kgs because he's got a fast metabolism. And when he started using the Sizzle Ripped, but he did use 3 sachets and then stepped it to 4, he went to 76 kgs and he's still around the 76. If he stops using it, he starts to lose a bit of weight, but if he stays on it, the weight stays there for him, which is great. Yeah.
And your son, he had with the brain surgeries as well, wasn't he using the products there to help him with that?
Yeah, definitely. So the brain vitality really helped him after all his brain surgeries, and the Vocoidin and the Spectramax and the Eternity really turned him around. Yeah, and then he tend to, boys, like he's 35 now, it's hard to get him to do drinks sometimes, but he still always uses the Ripped, and the brain vitality and the Super Mega Plus is a big one, and the Stemolytics is good for him. So he never goes off those products.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah. So like if they're wanting to do like say preferred customer, that's what you were referring to, wasn't it? They're going to pay another 25% to get the products. Yes, you can upgrade them to a distributor if they want to get it at a better price, but a lot of people just step straight in and want to be a distributor, and then they want to share it with people because they get fantastic results. That's what I find. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great, thank you. Thanks for sharing.
Okay.
All right. This is a health question. Do you have Renew from the New Ways Day? Sandy, do you remember Renew from the New Ways Days? Let me look that up. What was in
I think Renew is, no, I can't, I think that was a cellular thing.
It was for
Can you-
bone health, particularly.
What was
Ah.
it? Brain?
The bone health. Bone health.
Bone health, yes, yes. So we've got the Renovator and we've got the calcium K2, which is for bone.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. But New Ways was more a little bit like the Renovator. They had something like that too, which is for bone. It's for bone, cartilage, and muscle as well.
Yeah.
And then you've got the calcium K2, which is fantastic too, which is more for bone, isn't it, Katie?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
for bone. I know Dr. Kurt, when he broke his back, he slipped. He was walking out the back door. He lives in Fargo, North Dakota, where it gets pretty icy cold, and slipped on the way out the back door, landed on his back. Fortunately, he didn't. The doctor said it could have been a lot worse. He broke his back, and then yeah, he was taking the calcium K2, the collagen, Sisel ripped. He by the time he was finished healing, he said his back actually felt better than it did before the accident. So that was pretty amazing. Yeah, I've got another comment here. The Renew product by New Ways was dietary supplement designed to support cardiovascular health, muscle, yep. Muscle maintenance, yeah, heart function, muscle performance. Yeah, likely include. The formulation likely included ingredients aimed at promoting circulation. Yeah, so the Sisel Rip, which Sandy's talked about, that's got branch chain amino acids. It's based on the research done by Dr. Wolf. It is one product we can make claims on legally. It improves muscle growth by 3 times faster based on clinical trials of that product. He actually designed that product for children that he saw in the hospital that were burns victims and that were wasting away because, you know, they were sitting or laying around, obviously because they were burnt and couldn't move. And so they would have a tremendous amount of muscle wastage. And so he was seeking to find a way to support muscle, at least muscle maintenance, and maintain the muscle so that it didn't lose it all, even though they weren't moving. And that's how he kind of came up with the formula. And Sisel, so there's a big kind of story behind that. And Sisel purchased the rights to produce that formula. So a lot of the products that Sisel produced, they've come up with the formula themselves, but there on the occasion, there are a few handful of formulas that they've purchased the rights to manufacture and make so that, and they've also been trialed so they can make claims with them. And so Sisel Rip's one of those. Yeah.
So, Katie, I think it would be really good if we could do a comparison because there's so many people coming in wanting, you know, to compare products.
Yeah.
So it'd be really good for us if we could do a list up of New Ways versus Sisel, what would work best.
Yeah.
In comparison, what products do they?
So I put together a list tonight just before this call. I managed to pull a list of the Modere products and then have done a comparison of what would be a replacement or exchange product. So yeah, I'll share that with you, Sandy. We'll go through it. And I was just going to finalize that before I share it with anyone who would like a copy of that.
Yeah, thanks, Katie. That'd be great.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Okay, well, I'll finish the call if there's no further questions. I will be doing another one tomorrow evening, being Wednesday night. So if there's anyone you've got that you would like to share this information with, you can bring them on the call tomorrow night. And, you know, I'll keep doing them as required as well. And I'll share the recording for anyone who wants to utilize it. Just reach out to me. So yeah, thanks for getting on. Have a great night. I'm glad you're on the call. We welcome you and really appreciate your time this evening. So thank you.
Katie.
Katie,
Thanks everyone.
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Great. Thank you. Good night.